Hello and welcome to the Day 3, Game number 2 of the Joe Nava Delta King Classic. I'm Jeremy Hurtado along with Dion I, and we'll bring you the action as the Patterson Tigers take on the Ventura Academy Mustangs. Tigers coming to the game coached by Jason McCleary. He's in his 5th season at the helm. He's amassed a 65-53 record. Tigers coming to this season 1-3. On the other side, Ventura Academy Mustangs are coached by Eric King. He's in his 2nd season. He's amassed a 21-11 record, and they come to the game with a 5-1 record overall here on the young season. Starters for tonight's game for the Tigers: number 11, Kwame Apaya; number 15, Yannick Anduzuela; number 20, Jacob Guevara; number 21, Precious Naji; and number 22, Jeremiah Turner. Not playing tonight for the Tigers, number 5, Logan McCleary, rolled his ankle yesterday in the win over Ripon. He's being held out today by Coach Jason McCleary. On the other side of the court, Ventura Academy Mustangs are led by number 1, David Stallworth, their senior. Also getting the start tonight, number 14, Jalen Lee; number 25, Ian Magliagon; number 30, Chandler Miller; and number 34, Patrick Haynes. Ventura Academy is led by Jalen Lee, who leads scoring. He's averaging 15.8 points on the season. Also has 7.5 rebounds to go with that. The smaller Ventura Academy is a Division IV playoff school, taking on the Patterson Tigers, who are a Division III playoff school. Talked to Coach earlier about that. Coach Eric King said he likes playing these bigger teams early in the season, gets his team ready to play in the league that they play in. Also gets him some points coming into the playoff proceedings as they look to go to the playoffs for the 2nd season under Coach King. Last year, they lost in the first round to Liberty Ranch by a score of 94-49 in the D4 first round playoffs. We're getting ready for the tip here as Patrick Haynes Jr. gets set to tip off with Precious Naji for the Tigers. Again, game 2 of day number 3 of the 62nd annual Joe Nava Delta King Classic. Tigers are in the white uniforms with red lettering, while Ventura Academy is in the blue uniforms with white numbers. Ventura wins the tip. Stallworth over to Magliadon. They feed the big guy down low, Haynes, but he misses it, gets his own rebound. Ball comes loose out to Miller. Reset of the shot clock, but he turns the ball over. Yannick for the Tigers there to steal it. Guevara's pass is intercepted, leads to a quick breakout by the Mustangs. Layup is good by Miller, and we have the first points of the night for the Mustangs. Mustangs like to play fast-paced, full-court pressure, and there's another steal by the Mustangs and a layup by Stallworth. Both these teams are 1-1 in the tournament so far. Guevara dealing with the pressure, and he turns it over again. Again, an interception by Lee. He gives it back to Stallworth, who has to save it. Saves it over to Hayes. Hayes, cross-court pass back to Miller. Miller for the 3, no good. Rebound by Hayes. Hayes hands it over to Lee, and it's a quick 6-0 lead for the Mustangs. Full court press applied again. Yannick almost loses the ball, gives it to Guevara. Guevara, bounce pass over the corner here to Apaya. Apaya back and forth, looking for someone to give it to. Gives it to Naji. Naji drives, shot, no good. Rebound comes off to Lee. And Ventura Mustangs look to press and run again. They get it up court quick to Hayes. And Hayes lays it up and in, and a quick timeout called by Jason McCleary as these Tigers trail 8-0 here in the first couple minutes of the game. We'll be back after these messages on NorCal Sports TV. back here. 8-0 our score as Ventura Academy has the lead over the Patterson Tigers. Yannick, wild dribble down the court, almost loses it. Gets it back to Guevara, who steps on the sideline, and it's going to be another turnover, the third turnover quickly by the Tigers, and Ventura Academy another chance to extend their lead here. So the Tigers haven't been able to figure out a way to deal with the pressure so far by the Mustangs. Nice layup there by Jalen Lee, and it's a 10-0 early lead for the Mustangs. Yannick brings the ball up, gets it over to Guevara. Guevara over to Yannick. Gets it over to Najee. Najee drives, but he's called for travel. And again, another turnover by the Tigers. Here's a replay of the last possession. Nice layup there, splits the defenders, goes up and lays it in by Lee. Stallworth, cross-court pass over to Miller. Miller back to Magliadon. Miller looking to get it inside, works it around the outside. Now they get it down low to Lee. Lee, one dribble, cross-court pass, wide open three-point shot by Miller is good. 13-0 run to start the game here for the Mustangs. Guevara gets the ball over to Yannick. Yannick dribbles, now kicks it out to Apaya. Apaya for three, no good, short. Rebound, foul on the shot. Great job here of sharing the basketball by the Mustangs, finding the open shooter, Miller, and he hits the three last time down. Guevara inbounds the ball for the Tigers. Gets it over to Najee. Najee for three, short. Rebound again comes off to Ventura Academy to Magliadon. Mustangs run. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. So it'll be Tigers ball. Down 13-0 here. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. So the Tigers coach has said they've had problems scoring here in the early season, and so far that's been the case. Another steal by Lee. Lee lays it up and in, 15-0 run. Still pressing. Guevara gets it over to Apaya. Patterson has had multiple problems here with this press by Ventura Academy. Yannick gets it over to Najee, back to Guevara. Apaya has the ball slapped out of his hands, recovers it, now Stallworth almost steals it again. Apaya gives it Najee, one on the shot clock, doesn't realize it, no shot, and another turnover by the Patterson Tigers. Here's the steal by Jalen Lee last time and the easy layup. 15-0 our score. 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Stallworth over to Magliadon. Back to Stallworth. It's over to Logan Cottinger, who checked in for the Mustangs' last dead ball. Stallworth, three-point shot, back iron, no good. Rebound comes off to Apaya. Apaya looks to run. 1-on-4. Ball knocked out of his hand by Magliadon, who is trailing. And another turnover. That's 5 unofficially here in the first quarter, forced by the Mustangs. Ball movement. Nice job. Easy open guy. That is Patrick Hayes Jr. Great ball movement by the Mustangs. Gets them a 17-point lead here in the first quarter. Apaya drives, shot up, no good, but there's a foul called on the Mustangs. Here's a replay of the ball movement. Ball not touching the ground, everybody just sharing and finding the open guy. Nice jump shot by Hayes Jr. And so far, the Mustangs have come out and just blitzed the Tigers, up 17-0. Mari Mays checks in for the Mustangs, as well as Keelan Sandoval, giving Hayes Jr. and Magliadon a break. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. Cottinger set to inbound the ball for the Mustangs over to Stallworth. 2:52 left to go. First quarter. Mustangs 17-0 lead here to start the game. Great ball movement. Again, shot this time wild, goes up, no good. Rebound comes off to Apaya. He gets it over to Yannick. Yannick brings it up the court for the Tigers. Back over to Apaya. Apaya drives, lays it up, loses control, and he's going to be called for a travel. 7th turnover here in the first quarter. Checking in for the Tigers. As you see the replay there, he had it locked out of his hand, regained possession, came down with it. Call for the travel. Checking in for the Tigers for the first time tonight is Marty Collins, a 6-foot junior. Mustangs pass intercepted by Collins. Gets it over to Delgado, who also checked in. Delgado to Apaya. Apaya driving. Tries to feed down low to Mitchell, but the ball's knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay Tiger ball here with 26 seconds left on the shot clock. Tigers still looking for their first points of the game with 2:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Delgado inbounds the ball. Gets it back. Man-to-man defense played by the Mustangs, and the pass is tipped and intercepted. Layup, though, does not go by Ware. And quickly the Tigers back down court by Apaya over to Turner, whose shot is blocked out of bounds. It'll stay Tigers basketball here as Delgado's at the sideline now. Apaya comes, replaces Delgado for the inbound pass. Justin Johnson checking in for the first time, replacing Alpaya. So Collins will inbound the ball here for the Tigers. Delgado gets the ball over to Jalen Scott. He feeds it down low to Mitchell, but has his shot blocked. Here's a replay. Scott's inbound or entry pass to Scott, but it's blocked by Lee, out of bounds. Tigers, three-point shot short. Rebound by Sandoval. And the Mustangs turn the ball over, almost turn the ball over rather. And this time they do turn the ball over. Collins gets the turnover for the Tigers, gets the ball over to Delgado. Delgado over to Johnson. Johnson, Delgado, three-point shot, up and good. And finally the Tigers get the first points of the game with 1:07 left to go in the first quarter. 17-3 our score. Mustangs have the ball, just under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Ball comes back out to Ware. He gives it over to Cottinger. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound, though, fought for by Lee. Throws it off at the Tiger and goes out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. 14 on the shot clock. Here's the three-pointer by Delgado, last time down by the Tigers, getting them on the scoreboard. Shot up and good by Amari Mays as a three-pointer, giving them a 17-point lead once again with 32 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Collins over to Johnson. Johnson back to Delgado. Delgado over to Johnson. Johnson, three-point shot, no good. Rebound comes off to Collins. Collins up with it again, no good again. And this time the rebound comes over to Ware. 7 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Cottinger shot up, good, 16-footer. As time expires here in the end of the first quarter, our score, Ventnor Academy 22, the Patterson Tigers 3. You're watching the 62nd annual Joe Nava Delta King Classic live on NorCal Sports TV. Straight Sports for custom uniforms. Go to straightsports.com for more information. 22-8 or 22-3 our score as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. So far, the Mustangs have come out and absolutely blitzed the Tigers here in the first quarter. We'll see how things go here in the second quarter. Patterson turns the ball over once again as we start the second quarter. Unofficially 8 turnovers by the Tigers, which has helped the Mustangs build their lead here in the first half. Ball comes back to Cottinger. He shot up, no good. Rebound comes off to Mays. Mays gets it out to Sandoval. Three-point shot again, no good. Mays battling for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds off Mays, and so it'll be Tigers ball. 7:36 left to go here in the second quarter. Mustangs sticking with the press. Delgado has the ball knocked out of bounds, and it's off of D. Ware for the Mustangs. So it'll stay Tiger basketball here, sideline inbound. Yannick inbounds to Guevara. Guevara over to Delgado. Pass almost intercepted again. Guevara, wide open three-point shot. No good. Rebound comes off to Yannick. He gets it out to Delgado. Guevara resets the offense, calls a play. Now looking to get a screen, but Paul has the ball stolen from him by Lee. Lee drives and is fouled before the shot. That's the third steal already in the first half here by Lee. You can see here on the replay as he picks the pocket of Guevara. Has a chance for the layup, gets fouled by Najee though before the shot. D. Ware gets set to inbound for the Mustangs. Ball comes back to Ware, over to Cottinger. Cottinger over to Lee. Lee dribbles. Cross-court pass over to Sandoval. Shot up almost halfway down, but comes out, and Najee with the rebound. Gets an outlet pass over to Guevara. Back to Najee. Najee drives the lane. Layup, nice crossover and layup for the basket for Precious Najee as he gets 2 on the board for the Tigers. Lee has the ball knocked out of bounds by Najee. Off of him, stays Mustang ball here. Here's a replay again of the nice crossover layup for Precious Najee as D. Ware was set trying to draw the charge. Inbound play comes to the Mustangs. Keelan Sandoval with the layup. Now Sandoval gets a steal. Picks the pocket of the Tiger. Ball comes out, back out to Ware from 3. Shot, no good. Sandoval falls on the court, and the rebound comes off to Collins. Collins outlets to Yannick. Yannick working 1-on-2. Kicks it back to trailing Collins. He lays it up and in, but there's no basket as it's called an offensive foul. This time, nice job by D. Ware to get there and get set and draw the charge. As you see here on the replay, Collins was trailing. Ware gets set, draws the charge. 24-5 our score. 6:06 left to go. Day 3, Game 2 of the 62nd Annual Joe Nava Delta King Classic. Delgado comes in for the Mustangs, or the Tigers, rather, replacing Yannick. Stallworth brings the ball up the court for the Mustangs. Sandoval over to Mays. Mack gets it back from Mays. Stallworth at the top of the key. Ball goes down low now to Hayes. Kicks it back out to Sandoval for 3. No good, but the rebound comes off to the Mustangs. Ware. And then Ware's shot is followed up and bounces in. Guevara over to Delgado. Delgado back to Najee. Najee drives again. Nice crossover move. This time couldn't get it to go. Ball tipped out of his Mustang's hands, however, wrangled in by the Tigers. Najee drives baseline, kicks it out to the shooter. That's Apaya for 3 for the Tigers. 26-8, 5 minutes left to go. Second quarter. Mustangs lead. Shot up by Ware, no good. Rebound comes off to Mays. His shot again is no good. Rebounds fought for. Goes out of bounds, and it'll maintain Ventura Academy ball. Here's the nice three-point shot there off of the pass from Najee by Apaya for the Tigers. Taking care of a little moisture on the court. 26-8 our score, 4:45 left to go here in the second quarter. Mustangs started the game on a 17-0 run. Patterson's been able to find a little bit of offense since then, as it was 22-3 at the end of the first quarter. Mustangs inbound the ball, back to Mays. Mays over to Miller. Miller gets it back, now over to Stallworth, thought about it. Gives it over to Maglin. Back to Miller, feeding the big guy, gets it back from the big guy. Out, Stallworth on the wing. 17 on the shot clock, cross-court pass back to Miller. Miller drives, lays it up and in for the Mustangs. Back to the press the Mustangs go. Delgado gives it to Turner. Turner, wild pass, reeled in by Apaya. Apaya has it knocked out of his hands by the Mustangs. Stallworth drives, layup, no good. Wild basketball bounces off, and it's going to go out of bounds off of, nope, he saved it, I'm sorry. I thought it went out of bounds. I was shielded by the official there by Najee. Najee saves it into Guevara, and then Guevara is fouled. So third personal foul on the Mustangs here in the first half. They've done a good job of playing pressure defense without fouling. And here's another steal by Miller. Leads past to Stallworth, who lays it up and in. Timeout call by the Mustangs head coach, Eric King, as they have a 30-8 lead here with 3:45 left to go here in the first quarter, or first half. This broadcast of the Joe Nava Delta King Classic is brought to you in part by California Gold, building tomorrow's value today. The NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Be one of the first 75 to register and get $100 off your camp tuition. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more. Sonora Conference Center. 4 unique rooms in downtown Sonora. Visit SonoraConferenceCenter.com for more details. Benton Roberson CPAs, serving Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. And Straight Sports. For custom uniforms, go to straightsports.com for more information. Apaya over to Turner, back to Apaya, trying to get past his Mustang pressure. He's double teamed, gets it over to Najee. Najee throws a cross-court pass and goes out of bounds. Unofficially, the 10th turnover by the Tigers here in the first half. Stallworth brings the ball up for the Mustangs. Cross-court pass over to Miller. Miller, three-point shot, no good. Rebound, though, by Hayes Jr. Gets it back for the Mustangs. Stallworth has it now. Top of the key. Entry pass comes to Mays. Mays gives it to Hayes Jr. Gets it over to Miller. Back to Hayes. Now Stallworth from the top of the key resets things. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Stallworth, guarded by Delgado, works around him. Pass out to Miller in the left corner. Shot, three, rolls around, no good. Rebound comes off. It's finally controlled by Guevara, who outlets it to Apaya. 1-on-2. He slips and falls. Foul there by the Mustangs. And it's replay here. Apaya gets ran into by the Mustangs. Fourth personal foul on the Mustangs here in the first half. Checking back into the game, D. Ware for the Mustangs, replacing Amari Mays. Collins inbounds to Apaya. Three-point shot up and good. Timeout called by Patterson head coach Jason McQuarrie. And we'll be back after these messages from NorCal Sports TV. .33 left to go here in the second quarter. Venture Academy Mustangs 30. Patterson Tigers 11 here in the 62nd annual Joe Nava Delta King Classic. Mustangs get set to inbound here. Tigers checking in for the Tigers. Number 44 is Homer Ibar for the first time this afternoon. Stallworth brings the ball up the court for the Mustangs. Blows by his defender, tries to lay it up, but he's fouled by Johnson. That's the third foul on the floor, so. Nope, they called it on the shot, excuse me. So they're going to give him free throws. Stallworth steps up to the line. He is shooting 7 of 12 on the season. Makes the first, just under 60% for the year. Stallworth, a 5'9", 140 senior. He's one of the captains here of the Mustangs as he hits the second free throw attempt, extending the lead for the Mustangs. Tigers dealing with the Mustang pressure. Ball's almost stolen by Magliadon, but he gets it over. Mustangs rebound the basketball by Hayes Jr., and they're on the run again. Magliadon shot, no good. Ball bounces around, pinballs around, finally taken down by Turner of the Tigers. Turner over to Apaya. Apaya kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson, baseline lay right there, no good. And it's off to Stallworth. Stallworth working around for the Mustangs. Over to Magliadon, and then back over to Ware. Ware feeds it down low. Triple teamed is Hayes, and he gets the jump ball called. Hayes got the ball down low. 3 Tigers came and tied him up. Possession error will stay with the Mustangs. However, as with 1:27 left to go here in the first half, they look to extend their lead. Entry pass comes back to Ware. Ware hands off to Sandoval, or Stallworth. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball goes down low to Hayes Jr. He shot, no good. A rebound comes off to Turner, and Hayes grabs Turner. Giveaway foul there. That's only the 5th team foul, and Hayes is going to be replaced by Jalen Lee here for the Mustangs. Hayes looked to have maybe rolled an ankle there. Inbound pass comes to Apaya. Apaya almost loses it. Gets the ball over to Ibar. Back to Turner. Turner shot up. No good. out of bounds over the top of the basket. Mustangs have a lead here. 55 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Lee working on Ibar, drives around him, lays it up, no good. Rebound, no good again. Comes off to Magliadon. Magliadon lays it up and in. Nice work there by the Mustangs, hitting the offensive boards and getting the points there in the paint. Now ball stolen by Magliadon. Lays it up, no good. Rebound, though, is there for the Mustangs is Lee, and he puts it up and in. And again, points off turnovers and points in the paint for the Mustangs. 22 seconds left. Patterson down 36-11. Ball almost stolen again by Lee. Here's a replay of Magliadon missing the layup. Shot followed by Lee, though. Got the rebound and basket for the Mustangs. Now Patterson turns the ball over, stepping out of bounds, and that sets up 16.2 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Mustangs up 36-11, and they have the ball. Lee kicks it over to Miller. Miller shot up, no good, but he's fouled on the three-point shot by Collins. That'll send them to the line to shoot three. Here's a replay. Lee out to Miller, and you see the foul there by Marty Collins, the 6-foot junior on the Tigers. First free throw up, no good. Hayes is 3 of 8 now from the line on the year. 43% free throw shooter. Miller's second free throw up and is good. Third free throw attempt coming up for Miller. So far, 1-1. Up and hits the second. So 2 of 3 from the line there. Extends the lead to 38-11. Inbound pass comes to Delgado with 5 seconds left. It's stripped by Lee, and timeout called by the Mustangs head coach. We'll have them have the ball at the three-quarter court line with just under 2.2 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. So with a big lead here, Mustangs look to set up a play with 2.2 left in the second quarter. 38-11 our score here at the 62nd annual Joe Nava Delta King Classic, live here on NorCal Sports TV. Mustangs, again, a big lead. Tigers looking to get to the locker room, regroup as they were blitzed by a 17-0 run by the Mustangs to start the game. Having lots of problems with the Mustang press defense. Mustangs set to inbound the ball. 2.2 left to go. Inbounding, it's going to be D. Ware for the Mustangs. Ball entry pass is intercepted by Yanez, and his throw down court is short, but that'll be the end of the first half with our score 38-11. The Mustangs lead the Tigers here live on NorCal Sports TV. for the Tigers there to steal it. Guevara's pass is intercepted, leads to a quick breakout by the Mustang. Saves it over to Hayes. Hayes, cross-court pass back to Miller. Miller for the three, no good. Rebound by Hayes. Hayes hands it over to Lee, and it's a drive shot, no good. Rebound comes off to Lee, and Venture Mustangs look to press and run again. They get it up court quick to Hayes. So the Tigers haven't been able to figure out a way to deal with the pressure so far by the Mustangs. Nice layup. They get it inside. Works it around the outside. Now they get it down low to Lee. Lee, one dribble, cross-court pass, wide open three-point shot by Miller. They've had problems scoring here in the early season, and so far that's been the case. Another steal by Lee. Lee lays it up and in, forced by the Mustangs. Ball movement, nice job, easy open guy. Gets it over to Yannick. Yannick brings it up the court for the Tigers. Back over to Apaya. Apaya drives, lays it up, loses control. And he's going to. So Collins will inbound the ball here for the Tigers. Delgado gets the ball over to Jalen Scott. He feeds it down. Delgado over to Johnson. Delgado, three-point shot. Up by Delgado, last time down by the Tigers, getting them on the scoreboard. Shot up and good, and this time the rebound comes over to Ware. 7 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Cottinger shot up, good. Guevara resets the offense, calls a play. Now looking to get a screen, but Paul has the ball stolen from him by Lee. Lee comes out, and Najee with the rebound. Gets it outlet pass over to Guevara. Back to Najee. Najee drives the lane, layup, nice crossover, and Najee, as D. Ware was set trying to draw the charge. Inbound play comes to the Mustangs, and the rebound comes off to Collins. Collins outlets to Yannick. Yannick working 1-on-2. Kicks it back to trailing Collins. He lays it up and in. Kicks it back out to Sandoval for three. No good, but the rebound comes off to the Mustangs. Ware. And then Ware's hands, however, wrangled in by the Tigers. Najee drives baseline, kicks it out to the shooter. That's Stallworth on the wing. 17 on the shot clock. Cross-court pass back to Miller. Miller drives, lays it up and in for. They've done a good job of playing pressure defense without fouling. And here's another steal by Miller. Leads past to Stallworth, who lays it up and in. Round no good. Rebound comes off. It's finally controlled by Guevara, who outlets it to Apaya. 1-on-2. He slips and falls, replacing Amari Mays. Collins inbounds to Apaya. 3 noon. Stallworth brings the ball up the court for the Mustangs. Blows by his defender. Tries to lay it up, but he's. Lee working on Ibar. Drives around him, lays it up. No good. Rebound, no good again. Comes off to Magliadon. Magliadon lays it up there in the paint. Now ball stolen by Magliadon. Lays it up. No good. Rebound, though, is there for the Mustangs is Lee, and he puts it up. Lee kicks it over to Miller. Miller shot up, no good for the Tigers there to steal it. Guevara's pass is intercepted, leads to a quick breakout by the Mustang. Saves it over to Hayes. Hayes, cross-court pass back to Miller. Miller for the three, no good. Rebound by Hayes. Hayes hands it over to Lee, and it's a drive. And we're back here live, getting ready to start the second half of coverage here, as Venture Academy has a 38-11 lead over the Patterson Tigers. Taking a look at the scoring first for the Tigers, they were led by Kaweem Apaya. He scored 6 points. Chris Delgado chipped in 3 for the Tigers, and Precious Najee had the lone basket for the Tigers. On the other side, the Mustangs were led by Jalen Lee with his 8 points, as well as Chandler Miller had 8 points as well. David Stallworth kicked in 6, and Patrick Haynes Jr. had 6 for the Mustangs. Tigers have the ball, start the second half here. Guevara, bounce pass is intercepted by Lee. Outlet to Stallworth. Stallworth lays it up and in. Just like that, just like they started the first half. The Mustangs' last defense, turnover, leads the points. And again, here's another almost turnover as the ball's tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger basketball. Setting the 5 on the court for the Tigers is Turner, Guevara, Yannick, Apaya, and Turner. Out there for the Mustangs, Stallworth, Lee, Miller, Haynes Jr., and Magley. Shot up by Apaya, no good. Rebound comes off to Lee, and the Mustangs are on the run. Miller over to Haynes Jr., who tries to dunk it. No good. Tried to dunk it, hung on the rim. Basket interference called. Turnover goes to the Tigers. Turner inbounds. Yannick over to Guevara. Guevara to Apaya out the wing. 3-point shot, long. Rebound by Yannick, who gives it over to Turner. Lays it up and in. 4 points for the Tigers. Stallworth walks the ball up the court for the Mustangs. Gets it over to Miller on the right corner. Back to Lee at the top of the key. Lee working by Yannick. Now kicks it out to Miller. Corner 3, shot, good. That's his third corner 3 of the game, giving him 11, taking the leading scoring for the Mustangs. Najee has the ball, knocked out of bounds by Lee. 29 on the shot clock. Here's the corner 3 again by Lee. Inbound comes to Najee. Now up to Turner. He gives it to Apaya in the corner. Back to Najee. Najee working on Haynes. Drives around him, has the shot blocked by Miller. And then Najee tries to come back and steal the ball from Haynes Jr., but it's a foul called on Najee. Mustangs bring it up. Stallworth controlling the ball. Picks up his dribble, now gives it down to Lee. Down low, shot, no good. Haynes Jr. has it go off his hands, but it's kicked out of bounds by Najee. And it'll be Mustangs ball here with 23 on the shot clock. 5:43 left to go here in the third quarter. Stallworth to inbound the ball. Ends it over to Magliadon. Back to Stallworth for 3. Shot up, good. Nice shot there by Stallworth as he has 9 points now on the night. Ball's tipped out of bounds by the Mustangs. Stays Tiger ball here. Yannick to inbound for the Mustangs. Yannick inbounds to the backcourt to Guevara. Guevara chased by Stallworth, has the ball knocked away by Stallworth, but it goes to Najee. Najee drives, and he's called for offensive foul as Haynes Jr. does a nice job of setting his feet and drawing the charge there. Nice job by the 6'5", 190-pound junior for the Mustangs as we take a look here. Najee drives into him with his feet set. Taking the charge there by, again, Haynes Jr. Delay here as they wipe up some perspiration on the court. Again, the Mustangs come into this game out with a 5-1 record overall, and they're head coached by Eric King, while the Tigers come into the game with a 1-3 record, and they're coached by Jason McCleary. Back to live action here as Stallworth brings the ball up court. Looks to give it down low to Haynes, but is knocked out of bounds, or knocked away rather, by Guevara. Over to Turner in the corner. Turner back to Apaya. Apaya gives it to Guevara. Guevara thought about the three. Now gets it back over to Apaya. Apaya back to Turner in the corner. He'll shoot the three. Long rebound comes off to Lee for the Mustangs. Gets it out to the corner for Miller. Miller thought about the three. Gives it cross-court pass to Magliadon. Magliadon drives the lane. Layup shot no good. Contested. Rebound comes off to Yannick. Yannick on the run. Lays it up and too strong. Haynes Jr. with the rebound for the Mustangs. Outlets to Stallworth. Stallworth 1-on-4. Drives, tries to kick it out to Miller, but he's fouled by the Tigers, rather. That's the third foul on the Tigers so far this afternoon here in the second half. Checking back in for the Tigers is Jalen Scott. Nice entry play by the Mustangs. Leads to an easy T-Ware layup. All things clicking right so far for the Mustangs here in day 3, game 2 of the Joe Nava Delta King Classic. Tiger shot falls short. Rebound again comes off to Haynes Jr. Magliadon over to Miller from the corner. Shot three, this time long. Comes off to Jalen Scott for the Tigers, and the Tigers are on the run with Apaya. Apaya pull-up jumper over Miller is good, giving the Tigers 15 points of the game. 48-15 our score. Just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Stallworth finds Miller. Miller drives high off the glass. Layup, or shot rather, is good. Tigers quickly down court, lose possession as the ball goes off of the hands of Justin Johnson, out of bounds. Tigers open the tournament losing in the first round 58-32 to Tracy, but then came back and beat Ripon 60-48, a team that they had lost to earlier this week, getting some revenge on them, while Venture Academy lost in the first round 54-33 to Bear Creek, then came back and beat Buhack Colony 75-47 last night. Mustangs, ball almost intercepted by Delgado. Cottinger, cross-court pass over to Ware, and he hits the three. Mustangs continue to shoot the ball very well here in day 3, game 2 of the 62nd annual Joe Nava Delta King Classic. Delgado trapped over there in the corner, throws the ball off the Mustangs. Here's a nice pass by Sandoval, cross court over to Ware. Ware hitting the three-pointer last time down for the Mustangs. Almost another turnover there by the Tigers. Leads to a layup by Devlin Mitchell for the Tigers. Nice pass there by Brandon Cuevas. Stallworth brings it up, gives it over to Cottinger. Stallworth drives. Shot wild, gets over to number 3, Cottinger. Cottinger's three is short, but the rebound comes off to Ware. Nice job on the glass there by Ware to get the rebound and lay it up for the Mustangs. Tigers looking to get the ball back across the timeline. Delgado does, but he loses the ball. Cottinger lays it up and in for the Mustangs. Inbound the ball is Brandon Cuevas for the Tigers. Gets it over to Delgado. Back to Cuevas. Cuevas over to Jalen Scott. Scott looking to get the ball over to Smith. Delgado has it now. Entry pass down low to Mitchell. Back to Delgado. Three-point shot up. No good. Rebound comes off to the Tigers. Jalen Scott ends up with it. His shot is blocked, but it's a foul called on Stallworth. First foul of the second half here for the Mustangs. 1:15 left to go here in the third quarter. Jalen Scott, 6'2", junior from Patterson, at the line. Misses his first free throw. Ian Magliadon checks in for Stallworth for the Mustangs. Second free throw up and no good as well. Rebound comes off to Amari Mays for the Mustangs. Mays, layup, no good. Rebound comes off to Scott for the Tigers. He has it, gets the ball over to Cuevas. Cuevas back to Scott in the corner. Scott drives, falls on down. Tripped up there by Amari Mays of the Mustangs. Second team foul by the Mustangs here in the second half. And Delgado looks to inbound for the Tigers. .1 second left to go here in the third quarter. Inbound pass is knocked away. Scramble for it. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Tigers, so the Mustangs will take possession. Magliadon brings it up for the Mustangs. Gets it over to Sandoval. Back to Mays. Mays' shot is blocked by Jalen Scott. Scott gets the rebound. Brings it up the court. Now gives it over to Justin Johnson for the Tigers. Johnson guarded by Cuevas. Over to Scott. Scott trying to drive on Mays. Held ball called by the official. Ball goes back to the Mustangs. 25.3 left to go. Magliadon over to Sandoval. Back to Magliadon. Cottinger. Sandoval, three-point shot up. No good. Ball knocked away. And we have another jump ball called. This time possession arrow will go to Patterson. 3.6 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Big lead for the Mustangs. Delgado inbound. Half-court shot up, no good. As time expires here in the third quarter, our score 57 for the Mustangs. Patterson Tigers 17. You're watching the Joe Nava Delta King Classic live on NorCal Sports TV. We're back here. Start of the fourth quarter. Our score, Mustangs 57, Tigers 17. Mustangs will look to inbound the ball. Cottinger set to trigger the inbound for the Mustangs. Gets it over to Magliadon. Over to Sandoval. Sandoval cross-court pass to Cottinger. Cottinger's three-point shot up. Back rim, no good. Rebound by Magliadon, and he hits fouled by Marty Collins of the Mustangs. Nice back rebound, or back iron shot, went up high for it. For the rebound was Magliadon. Inbound comes by D. Ware at the three-point line. Now cross court over to Sandoval. Sandoval shot up. No good. A rebound comes off to Ware and is tipped over to Cottinger. Cottinger, three-point shot short. And again, the Mustangs come away with the rebound. D. Ware. Nice pass to Magliadon, who lays it up and in on the baseline. Great work there by the Mustangs to continue to work for the glass. Three-point shot comes up. Nice three-pointer there by Marty Collins, who gets it to rattle home for the Tigers. Mays back to Sandoval. Sandoval cross-court pass over to Cottinger. Cottinger shot short. Rebound comes off to Najee. Najee has it stripped. Mays comes up with it, but he has it rejected by the Tiger. And it goes, then we have a foul called here. Here's the Mays getting rejected by Yannick. Nice job there on the defensive end by Yannick and the Tigers. Tigers call timeout here with 6:28 left to go in the fourth quarter. This broadcast of the Joe Nava Delta King Classic is brought to you in part by California Gold, building tomorrow's value today. The NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Be one of the first 75 to register to get $100 off your camp tuition. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more. And Straight Sports. For custom uniforms, go to straightsports.com for more information. D. Ware set to inbound the ball for the Mustangs. Mustangs up 59-20, 6:28 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Inbound comes to Cottinger. Cottinger dribbling, pass is deflected over to Sandoval, comes back over to Ware. He throws it across court to nobody, and it's intercepted by Yannick. Yannick drives, but he has the ball knocked out of his hands. Rehabbles it. Now lays it up off the glass, no good. Foul called on the Mustangs. Nice job of sticking with it there. Yannick had the ball knocked out of his hands by Magliadon, came back, drives down the baseline again, lays it up, gets the foul called, goes to the free throw line, misses the first free throw. Second free throw attempt up, no good. Rebound comes off to the Tigers. We have a foul called on the Tigers, on Yannick. So the Mustangs take over possession. $5:10 and counting left to go. Magliadon over to Cottinger. Cottinger back to Magliadon. Mustangs double team there and stolen by Apaya. Apaya running out. Tries to lay it up, but Mays hustles back on defense for the Mustangs. Here you see the steal by Apaya. One-on-one. Takes it to the hoop, but it's a foul called on the Mustangs. And with 4:37 left to go here in the fourth quarter, we'll be right back after these messages. 4:37 left to go here, fourth quarter. Mustangs up 59-20 over the Patterson Tigers. Patterson has the ball. Apaya stepping to the line for the Mustangs. First shot up, rattles around and is good. Second free throw by Apaya up and is also good. Mustangs over to Sandoval. Sandoval gets it over to Cottinger. Cottinger's shot, no good. But again, the rebound and basket by D. Ware comes flying in for the tip-in for the Mustangs. Yannick double-teamed, gets the ball over to Turner. Turner to Apaya. Apaya gets it up court to Collins. Collins, three-point shot up off the glass, good. Four minutes left to go here in the game. 61-25 our score. Mustangs get the ball over to Mays. Mays back to Sandoval. Sandoval's three-point shot up. No good. Rebound. Ware just goes over his defender to get it. Mays, three-point shot up. No good. And Magliadon comes flying in. The ball goes off his hands, out of bounds to the Patterson Tigers. Checking back in for the Mustangs is Haynes Jr., replacing Magliadon. Apaya gets the ball, splits the double team, going down the lane, lays it up, no good. Rebound comes off to Yannick. Yannick gets it over to Turner. Turner shot, no good. Rebound comes off to Sandoval for the Mustangs. Sandoval over to Cottinger. Cottinger's three, no good. Rebound nicely by Haynes Jr. He lays it up and in. Turner driving down the court for the Mustangs. Picking up a foul called on the Mustang, or the Mustang rather. There's a replay of Haynes Jr. rebound and basket last time down court for the Mustangs as they enjoy a 63-25 lead over the Tigers. Delgado inbounds to Guevara. Guevara covered by Sandoval. Now bounce pass over to Scott. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson's shot is blocked by Ware and goes out of bounds. Delgado looks to inbound for the Tigers. Finally gets it into Scott. Scott gets it back over to Delgado in the corner. Thought about the three. Now he's guarded by Cottinger and a little too closely. Going to be a foul called on Cottinger. .141 counting left to go here in the fourth quarter. The 62nd annual Joe Nava Delta King Classic. Inbound comes to Scott. Scott brings it out, gets it back down low to Mitchell. Mitchell has his pass tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Tigers. And so the Mustangs will take over. Cottinger inbounds to Ware. Ware walks it up the court here. No hurry for the Mustangs. Ware's pass to a cutter goes out of bounds. And it'll be Tiger basketball there with a minute left to go in the fourth quarter. Brandon Cuevas set to inbound the ball for the Tigers. Gets it over to Delgado. Delgado guarded by Cottinger. Cuevas inbound or inside pass down low to Ibar. Ibar's shot is no good, comes off to Haynes Jr. Outlet to Sandoval. Sandoval gets it back over to Cottinger. 30 seconds left. 22 on the shot clock. About a 2-second difference in the game clock and shot clock. Mustangs are going to hold it Playing pass back and forth here. Pass is intercepted by Delgado. Delgado tries to lay it up and in, but the shot's deflected by Ware. Ibar comes up with it for the Tigers, and he puts it in. And our final score, Venture Academy 63, Patterson Tigers 27. You're watching the NorCal Sports TV. Live coverage of the Joe Nava Delta King Classic. For Jeremy Hurtado, I'm Jeremy Hurtado, for Dion I. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.